let me turn it on.
Welcome, everybody. Hi, this is Kyle McCue. I'm the International Vice President of Marketing for Quanta, and you have made it to the Google Hangout for the Quanta Opportunity. We are real excited to have you here tonight. Tonight we have Britt and Jim Lutes, our co-founders, with us, and we're going to talk about the company, the opportunity, and a little bit about what to expect from Quanta. We're real excited. I mean, let me give you a little bit of background about myself. I came to Quanta from, I've owned multiple businesses in the past, but mostly in the marketing world. I've been doing sales and marketing for about 20 years. And what I saw here at Quanta was so amazing and so exciting to me that I just had to be a part of it. There's no way I was going to pass this up. I see where we're going to change things in not only the entrepreneur world and in network marketing, but also in people's lives. So I'm really, really excited about the growth we've already had and what is to come. There are super exciting things coming up. So what we're going to do tonight is I will introduce both of our co-founders and have them tell a little bit about themselves, their background, and the products and just everything about the company. I'm gonna put up a quick little screen share of the guys here, and so first I'm going to introduce Jim Lutes, and Jim Lutes has an amazing background. He's a world-class entrepreneur, has over 30 years of experience. He's a best-selling author, one of the world's top hypnosis experts. He's an NLP expert, and he has had hundreds of thousands of people attended all of his seminars. He's also owned a very successful network marketing company and has been a master distributor and top money earner at multiple companies. He's also a top 1% money earner in the industry and has been named top 10 network marketing trainer worldwide. So Jim, what I would like to do is ask you a couple of questions, and we'll start off with maybe tell us a little bit about your background and how Quanta actually came about. What made you guys actually start Quanta? And maybe just give a little background on it.
Sure, absolutely, Kyle. And first of all, this Hangout is for everybody that's out there listening right now. It's engineered to show you the depth of culture. There's no hierarchy in this company. We're here as a team, regardless of our duties or our daily obligations that we have to have. And being an entrepreneur all came from when I was a young man here in San Diego, and I was sitting down on a wall by the beach. And it was a beautiful day down in a town called Pacific Beach. And I don't know, I was probably 20 years old, 19 or 20. A gentleman sat down next to me, and he said, "What do you do?" And I said, "Well, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do." And I said, "What do you do?" And he said, "I'm an entrepreneur." And that was one of those aha moments, because I didn't know what an entrepreneur was back then. And he said, I dictate where my body goes 365, 24/7. I write my own schedule. And he goes, but I work very, very hard. So when I really thought about what he was saying, I decided that that's the direction I wanted to go. So the first thing he said is you build yourself first, then you build the business. First you build yourself, then you build the business. And he taught me that personal development was the route I needed to go. So I was a little OCD, so I went ahead and bought every book and every tape and every seminar. I spent tens of thousands of dollars, and it all led me back to something that I became very passionate with, and that is the art of hypnosis. And I call it an art because it's something that you can develop a talent for. And over the next decade, 2 decades, I became one of the top hypnosis experts in the world, and I was introduced to network marketing. And when I saw a vehicle that the average person could develop themselves and then fuse themselves with this model, and the sky was the limit. It didn't require any college education. It required specialized knowledge that's not taught in college. And I began to build quick in that arena because I was able to not focus on the components of the company. I was able to focus on the person. So fast forward to me developing Lutes International, a seminar corporation. I traveled in circles with the top speakers, one of which is on here, and my co-founder in Quanta, Britt. And I've always admired the gentleman. I've seen him speak numerous times. We became friends about 14 years ago. And then about 2 years ago, we decided to do some seminars together, fusing his Power of Letting Go with my Mind Masterpiece. And we were performing seminars, if you will, to sold-out crowds in Sacramento, Los Angeles, California, Orange County, California, Newport Beach, and San Diego. And we saw that we had something very special. Now, drawing from our network marketing backgrounds, we were able to understand that technology has changed the game, as evidenced by what we're doing right now. We were able to cast the net in a worldwide scope very, very quickly with a digital product that would change lives, that would be embraced by the general public, and couple that with a compensation model that you'll hear about that is more than fair, because it pushes the majority of the revenue back out into the field where it belongs. So you have to really understand, as a corporate owner, having been one, and as a field distributor, that it is all about the field. They don't work for you. They selected your company, and you should be very thankful as any corporate owner that all of you that are on board with Quanta, that we are humbled, we're honored, and we're very appreciative, and the best is yet to come. Absolutely phenomenal things coming around the corner.
All right, thanks, Jim. Yeah, every time you talk a little bit about how you guys, came up with Quanta and just the work you've done together, it's always been great to me. I love the story about sitting around the fire down. We have a great picture of it in one of our videos of you guys sitting around the fire pit, just kind of talking about how to do this. But that brings me to talk a little bit about our other co-founder here, Mr. Jim Britt. And Jim, he's a 12-time best-selling author. He's received the Best of the Best award, top 100 contributors of all time to the network marketing industry. He consulted with over 300 companies in network marketing. Over 1 million people have attended his seminars, and he's been named as one of the world's top 20 success coaches. So, also an MLMIA Trainer of the Year award recipient, and he mentored Tony Robbins his first 5 years in business, which is amazing in itself, but also partnered with Jim Rohn for 9 years. So, and then just like Jim Lutes, he was a top 1% earner in the network marketing world. So Jim, can you tell the same thing as Jim Lutes? Tell us a little bit about your background, kind of what has brought you here, and then if you can, talk about the Quanta products. We talked about how you and Jim, sat down and talked about how to pull it together. Maybe you could tell us about the products themselves and what we're offering here at Quanta.
Okay. Thanks, Kyle and Jim, and it's great to be here. Thanks to all of you for joining us here in this hangout. It's very exciting. Yeah, looking back, as Jim was talking about his background, it started for me when I was about 22 years old, and I had no direction in life. I dropped out of high school in the 10th grade and went to work in a gas station pumping gas and earned myself $1 an hour, working 60 hours a week, and then went from there to a factory working on an assembly line for $1.67 an hour. And then I got that tap on the shoulder late one night about midnight, and a fellow invited me to a meeting the next evening. And I hesitated to go because I didn't know what it was all about. And but I decided to go with him, and I sat through the meeting, and about halfway through, the second speaker started talking about the kind of money you could earn. And he was making a network marketing presentation. And he started drawing circles on the board and showed how the money's earned and how you get residuals and how you earn money while you sleep and those things. And I went, wow, this is amazing. I mean, I'd never heard anything like that. So I was sold. I mean, as he's talking, my mind's going, I can do this, I can do this. And not only can I do it, I said, I'm going to get rich doing it. And I didn't even know what rich was. It was probably just more money than I had. And so when the meeting was over, I was asked to join, and I committed to do so at a $4,000 investment, which I didn't have. I had $9 in the bank, so and no way to go get $4,000. Nobody that I knew had that much money. My family had less money than I did, and but I committed to it, and I went out. Long story short, the next 2 weeks I applied at 23 banks and loan companies and finally got the money. Somebody took a chance on me. It was probably a 50% interest rate or so, but I didn't even notice that. I'm just excited about being in business. And I got started, and man, nothing worked for me. I mean, I didn't know what to do. I talked to tons of people every day, 10 people at least every day. I just wasn't getting results, and I didn't know why. I mean, I worked hard, and finally, at the end of my first year, after I'd lost everything I owned, my home had been foreclosed, my two vehicles repoed, my phone disconnected, all my furniture taken, everything. Somebody came by and sat with me for 2 hours before we even knew what a coach was, but he coached me. And it really taught me the value of learning from somebody else, because none of us know everything. He spent 2 hours with me, and the next month I made $2,500. And that was almost as much as I'd made in a year in the factory take home. And the next month I made $6,000. The next month it went to $12,000, and it kept accelerating from there. And more money than I ever dreamed possible. Within 6 months, my income had reached $40,000 a month, and I was pretty cranked up about the business. So that's that's how I got started, and it's been a pretty incredible journey. How I got in the network marketing or in the personal development business was shortly after that company. I joined up forces with Jim Rohn, and Jim was actually a trainer in the first company, so I've known or had known Jim for almost 42 years, and he invited me to join him in the seminar business, and I didn't even know what that business was really. And we hooked up, started promoting seminars, and all of a sudden we got thousands of people every month going through seminars and workshops, and it just expanded. And I spent almost 9 years with Jim, and a lot of top-notch people, like Tony Robbins was one of the people that I'd hired and worked with for about 5 years, and took him on the street and did some training with him. And in fact, he still uses some of the things that we taught back then. So it's still good information today. What really excites me about Quanta, I think we're at the right place at the right time. I've seen a lot of companies in network marketing. I've consulted with a lot of them, and I've seen a lot of companies where they start up, and a bunch of guys get together, and they go, well, let's start a network marketing company. Well, what do you want to sell? I don't know. And so they go look for something to sell. But the way Quanta came about was, as Jim said, we got together. Well, we were actually looking for another method of marketing to get what we're doing and what we've been doing for the last 30 years for Jim and 40 years for me out to the marketplace. And that's what we were looking for. So we were looking for a method of marketing to do what we were already doing, not something to sell based on a network marketing model. So I'll talk a little bit more about the network marketing model. But in the past 40 years that I've been in the personal development business, I don't believe that there's anything that compares to what Quanta brings to the marketplace. And there's several things that inspires me really about Quanta, but the products and programs that we have is really nothing like it anywhere. So let me talk about the personal performance platform. That's a monthly program that you receive daily videos, 5 to 7 minutes long, and it's a systematic approach to making radical improvements in your life. We utilize daily video modules that bring about really impactful and lasting change in your life on a daily basis. So it's more of like a discipline, a daily discipline, an uplifting message, an informative, constructive, potentially life-changing. And we've had a lot of people that I had one lady recently that called me up, and she said, I watched the first one. Oh my God, my life has changed. She said it was like a slap in the face. And these mentor moments are really designed to get you to look at you, not for us to motivate you or teach you to think positive or affirmations or anything like that that glosses it over. We want you to take a look at you and give you the constructive ways to make changes in your life. And in addition to the daily videos, you also get powerful and exclusive bi-weekly personal performance audios that really are designed to unlock the power of your mind and create impactful and lasting change in your life. And we believe that we've always said that Quanta is not, we don't have a mission statement, we have a journey statement, because we don't believe in a one-time hit. We believe that as people grow, they're going to continue to grow. And we know that success that you're looking for is within you. And we want to help bring that success out, whatever that is, in any area of your life. So, you know, the personal performance platform really is a journey. But then coupled with that is a program that Jim alluded to that brought Quanta together, brought the two of us together with Quanta, is called the Fusion Program. So just imagine what your life would be like if the mental barriers that's held you back vanished, if they disappeared and new programs took their place. Fusion combines my Power of Letting Go program with Jim's Mind Masterpiece program, where individuals can reach literally new levels of achievement and fulfillment in all areas of their life in a fraction of the time. You'll discover the secrets to letting go of baggage that you've probably been carrying around for years, like we all have. Baggage that's kept you from having the success, the money, the health, the happiness, the fulfillment that you've always wanted. Then you'll learn how you can literally program or reprogram your mind as easily as installing new software in your computer. Quanta employs many disciplines, including letting go, hypnosis, NLP, psychology, subconscious reprogramming, all of these techniques in the daily videos and in the Fusion program. So, you know, I want you to think for a minute. Think about something that's holding you back in life. Something that maybe it's something that happened in the past. Maybe you lost money. Maybe you had a broken relationship, a broken business, whatever it might be. Think of something that's happened to you that's less than positive. Then I want you to think about what it would be like, how that's affecting your life, and what it would be like if that disappeared. If it was gone, it vanished. What would that be like? See, that's what we do. We help people to let go of the things that's holding them back, to break that addictive cycle that keeps them on that emotional roller coaster that kind of drops them back off at the same place over and over and over again. You know what I'm talking about. Everybody's experienced that. So you let go of the obstacles, that inner barriers, and reprogram for success. You'll say that you literally will say goodbye to problems and issues that have sabotaged you with money, relationships, work, happiness, and sabotage most everybody their entire lives. You'll figure out really the money blocks, because that really is a stopping point for a lot of people, and create a new program that puts you in control. And you'll also conquer your emotional energy, because that's a point that that I think we're all about energy and where we focus our energy. So you'll conquer where to focus that energy to get the maximum amount of productivity, and learn to transfer stress and anxiety into productivity. So every program that we offer, every product, every program, everything that we'll come out with has value. Quanta is literally a journey that you'll be on for a lifetime. And so that's a little bit about what we're offering right now, and I'll turn it back to Kyle at this moment.
Great, thanks, Jim. And the you know, just to kind of talk a little bit about the products and kind of the feedback that I've received, it amazes me every day the emails and that I get. You would think sometimes in our customer support department, we get emails that come in from people saying, "Hey, great mentor moment. Hey, thanks for the wonderful tip today." And so it cracks me up sometimes, because we get a lot of those type of messages coming in to where our support is, and we pass it along, you know, to Jim and Jim, and let them know that people are really appreciating these products. And I can tell you firsthand that a lot of people have said the same thing to me as they said to both Jim and Jim, which is these products are changing things for me every day. So it's really amazing. But in order for you to have a great you know, a great business, you have to have the market that supports it too. So Jim Lutes, if you will, can you maybe talk about today's marketplace, and then kind of where you see how we fit in, what, you know, how we're building everything today, how that fits into today's marketplace?
Sure, it would be my pleasure. And you know, a lot of times, if you see somebody come into Quanta and they appear to take off and just do exceptionally well, oftentimes they're compared to ourselves, right? That's because they've paid the price somewhere in the background, somewhere in their past. They've brought those transferable attributes and that experience to Quanta. So it's not a race. It's a simple developmental process within yourself. When you look at the options out there for a business, you know, you have to move a quality product or a quality service to an end consumer, whether that is a wristwatch, whether that's a sandwich, whether that's coffee, whether that is a car, a computer. No matter what that is, you have to move it to an end consumer. And we've found that personal development allows a very ease of entry into the marketplace, a diluted barrier, if you will. It's easier to talk about personal development and getting excited, enthused, and inspiration, letting go of what's holding you back, reprogramming your mind for success, than it is a lot of other product categories that are included in the network marketing industry. I'm not saying they're not valuable products in many cases, but from a business standpoint, we have to allow the new person to get some legs underneath them, to experience some incremental success, to build their self-esteem, to build their self-confidence, to build themselves and their belief system in themselves and the programs and the company and the industry, to where cumulatively that will assemble into an ally in their mind. And the personal development industry is something that is well received by introvert, extrovert, old, young, male, female, rich, poor. So you have a broad base of consumers to market it with. Now, when you tie that into the fact that our products are digitally delivered, which allows us to expand internationally at warp speed compared to virtually any company out there, at the same time as we expand very quickly, we're bringing value to the marketplace. You know, Jim and I are big on that. We think that we need to bring value to sustain the growth of the company and the longevity of the company. You know, people will buy something once, they'll get excited and make a transaction. This is a journey. This is something to where we build culture. And if you look at any great company in the history of this industry, what sustained that company, what took it to hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars, is depth of culture. And you can't build that in 90 days, either as an individual, as a team, or as a company. So it's built over time as trust and companionship and empathy and compassion and skill sets and mentorship all come into play in an orchestra of success, if you will. And while that sounds, you know, a little bit different to some people that are just show me the money, that's how the money is made. There's two ways to make money. You make money by giving, or you make money by taking. When you make money by giving, you build a legacy, and legacies last. When you make money by taking, you have a short fix. And sometimes people go a lifetime and never learn that lesson. Sometimes I hope they learn it much quicker. So when you're looking at the marketplace we have, you're looking at high receptivity, low barrier of entry, very expensive to start developing themselves in many cases for the first time. And there's nothing more rewarding financially or emotionally than seeing somebody blossom, than seeing those fears and those inhibitions and those barriers just start to fade away so that they can live their life unrestricted. And when you're able to monetize that, and we'll go over how we decided to do that, then you have money that flows in. A little bit of money or a lot of money. Depends on what somebody wants to do. But I always call money a social lubricant. And what I mean by that, it just allows you to engage in life experiences much easier and much more spontaneously than people that are strapped by not having money. So there's two different things here. We're moving a legacy of personal development worldwide very quickly through incredible people that have joined the Quanta journey. And we're also allowing them a very powerful income stream so that they can create their own lifestyle, their own passions and dreams, and their own ability to go where they want, as long as they want. So very, very simple product to market, very receptive, and very rewarding.
That's great. So let's recap a little on everything we've kind of talked about so far. If I'm looking at a new business, which I'm not because I'm here at Quanta, but if I were coming into this now and looking at it, I'd have a mental checklist. What do I want from this company in order to go? So great founders, check. Great products, check. It's there. Big marketplace or a place where I'm going to be able to thrive, or this business is going to thrive for a long time, Check, right? It's all so far, so good. So what about next? What else would I think about that I would need in order to come and do a new business, or something that I needed to build? I would look for training. And so there's nobody that I would look at who is better than Jim Britt and Jim Lutes for teaching how to build this type of business. So Jim Britt, I'm going to ask you real quick to talk a little bit about that, about training and about how you guys see building a business like this and working with the field and making sure that they have what they need in order to build the business properly.
Yeah, well, you know, the training, if you look at network marketing, and I mentioned before that I consulted with right at 300 companies in the industry, but I've also trained about 500,000 people in network marketing, and been a top income earner, and as Jim Lutes has, a top trainer, Trainer of the Year award, a top 10 trainer. You know, we both had equal and similar experiences in that arena. And we both made millions of dollars as a result of being a distributor with companies over the years. And you know, one of the things that I see that's missing in a lot of network marketing companies is the exact thing that really inspires me. One of the things anyway that inspires me about Quanta, because keeping people inspired to work, to go to work. You know, and our mentor moments do that. Now, that's not specific network marketing training, but you know, I tell people in my training programs, I said there's three things that your prospect doesn't care about. They don't care about you, they don't care about your product, and they don't care about your opportunity. And if they don't buy you, they won't listen to the other two. So the first thing really that you want to be successful at is developing you, investing in you, developing you, becoming better. You know, learning more about yourself and how you affect other people and how you affect yourself, how you look at yourself. You know, develop higher self-esteem, higher self-image, more confidence, better communication skills, those type of things. And then when you switch that now from the personal side over to the prospecting and the skill set side, from prospecting and follow-up and which is really essential in this business, team building. You know, this is not a one-time sale, a one-time hit. You know, you can go out and recruit people, and recruiting people is easy, but sponsoring and building a team is the real challenge. But if you sponsor and build a team, you'll build long-term success in this business. And we have the skill sets. We've done it. We know how to do it. We know how to teach people to do it, and that's part of what we bring to Quanta, and will be a part of Quanta's success long-term.
No, that's great, and that's part of you know, building, when you're building a business or just trying to move forward in any type of business that you're in. One of the things that happens is people get blocked or stopped by fear, and a lot of times fear is just knowledge, right? Not understanding what the next step is or not having it. So having the two programs combined, not you know, learning, you know, doing the programs, the personal performance platform and Fusion, but then also hearing from Jim and Jim how to approach the business side. It's just amazing that you can just take the product itself is going to help you with building your business, and then there's going to be tools and such that are also going to be provided for you to build your business. And so now we have the founders, we have great products, we have great marketplace, we have training, right? So we checked off training now. So here's where I know a lot of people are really looking at it, they're real excited about it, is how do you make money, right? So what does the compensation plan look like? How do I make money in this business? And so Jim Lutes, if you would, can you talk about the compensation plan and how people make money and why this is so powerful? Because there's not a lot of, you know, out there that could say that they build as fast and strong incomes like we're doing.
Sure, it would be my pleasure. And before I do that, I just want to give a shout out to, you know, while Jim and I came up with the concept of Quanta, pulling in the programs that had proof of concept in the marketplace for years, these aren't something with unproven track records. I want to give a shout out to you, Kyle, and your team that works tirelessly, literally around the clock sometimes, to really make this happen. And, you know, we just made a commitment to ourselves, Jim and I, that we're going to bring in the best, you know, that we're going to bring in people whose skill sets are proven in the marketplace and in all facets of operations, internet marketing. I believe the corporate team needs to be selected carefully and needs to expand exponentially as the company grows. So I just want to give a shout out to you for that. And you know, it's true that the product that is arguably more in demand than any other product out there these days is money. And we often get influenced by well-written copy or by how do I make instant riches, how do I make a lot of money, how do I do it quickly. What we want to do with Quanta is allow you the opportunity to produce as much wealth as you want. You know, we don't guarantee any income. No way do we ever guarantee any. But I will guarantee you this, that you have the internal capacity to make whatever income you want. If you plug into a vehicle, you bring you to the vehicle. We want to improve you in the vehicle. Does that make sense? So when we looked at compensation, we wanted to couple that with an understanding that the current ads that people are exposed to many times are not real. You know, we're not a deal, we're not, you know, the hottest deal of the month, and, you know, we're building a long-term culture because, you know, we want to build long-term income, something that's saleable and transferable and willable to a family. You know, not something that is, you know, the deal of the day or the deal of the month. And I always compare it to who makes money faster, the person pulling the slot lever or the person building the casino. Well, the person that's pulling the slot lever gets that moment of rush of adrenaline and excitement. Look, I have $600. They don't have long-term wealth. Now, the carpenter gets paid before the real estate developer. The real estate developer has invested more money than the carpenter. The carpenter does what? Collects a paycheck at the end of the week. The real estate developer hasn't had a return on the investment yet. Who makes the most money? The person that builds something, not the person that expects something. You know, all too often I see people in network marketing, and it's like they take out a gym membership and they even buy a can of protein, and then they go to the manager a week later and say, where's my muscles? I joined the gym, where's my muscles? Well, guess what? You got the right to work. That's what you've got. And if you have the right trainers and the right mentors, you'll do that. So when looking at our model, we have what's called a low cost of goods product line programs, meaning we don't have to make the product over and over and over, that we can craft it once and improve it incrementally if we so desire, but there's not that repetitive cost involved. So we pass that on to you with a 100% what's called alternating pass-up pay plan. It's randomized. We don't pass up people. We pass up the product. So you're not passing up somebody. You're passing up an actual sale. But not only are you passing it up, what you want to focus on, you are the beneficiary. You will be the beneficiary of far more code lines than those that you passed up to your sponsor. So you want to look at where do you benefit in the comp plan. You benefit by the fact that it's a 100% payout, and the code lines literally go to infinity all over the world. Not a finite number of levels, not a pay leg, big leg, strong leg, not a matrix, not a breakaway plant. It is a code line that drives worldwide to infinity. Think of it as a taproot or a root system that drives. Well, as we come out with more products, those code lines will become very powerful as customer acquisition occurs. And by the way, we're very big on customer acquisition. We feel that more customers, peer customers, will want this style of product than virtually any other product out there. And they will be walking, living, breathing testimonials when their self-esteem and self-image goes up. This is very important for us from a regulatory compliance standpoint, that we have a huge ratio of customers to affiliates. So when you look at our compensation plan, it's very simple for the new person to get a very quick return on investment. And that does a few other things. Remember I mentioned getting your legs under you, getting that moment of success? Well, to get to that $500 a month, that changes lives. $500 changes lives. Now I'm going to give you a little secret. If you have a system that can create a $500 check, you've got a product that is so in demand it'll make your head spin and your business explode. And we've got that faster than virtually any other company out there. When you begin to move the 100% code lines deep and we launch our subsequent products as they have incrementally higher price points, you're going to see the incomes reach some levels that are just simply unequaled out there, providing you put the effort in to build the house to collect the rent, right? So nothing touches this compensation plan in terms of fairness but it also, without having a cost of goods, pays 9 times average than any cost of goods plan. What do I mean by that? I mean any plan that you have to remake the product every time before the consumer or distributor receives it is a cost of goods plan. We know how to amateurize the numbers. We've been on the insides of companies, we ran companies, and we pass that on to the affiliate in the form of a 100% commission that pays virtually 9 times more than the majority of companies out there. You still have to work? Sure you do. But you're working for a much higher return here, and the return is not only monetary, but it's also emotional and really transcends all the relationships that you have. So to me, it's a perfect marriage of income, fluidity, congruence, message, value, and culture that we're bringing to the network marketing industry that I think there's a void. And that's my personal opinion. I think that there's a void out there of the caring and the compassion. Is it non-existent? No, it's out there. There's good companies out there. But I believe that Quanta was architected with us being very aware of all these components day one. And will we be perfect? No, we're not going to be perfect. Nothing is perfect. Will we have instant riches? No, we won't. But I'll tell you what we will have. We'll have people that will grow in ways they never imagined and accomplish things they never thought they could accomplish and earn levels of income that they only dream. And that's because, again, they're bringing themselves and a constantly improved version of themselves to the equation as well. So, Kyle, I'll turn it back to you.
Great, and Jim, while you're talking about products and the compensation plan and how this is all going to affect, I know we have something very exciting that we want to put out that we're going to announce today, and it's a new product that's coming in. I'll tell everyone. And but Jim, can you tell us a little bit about this new product and why it's so exciting? What to expect?
Sure, I'm excited to do it. And again, I want everybody to realize that that patience is something that we at Quanta, we get excited like everybody else does. We're so excited about what the future holds. But we want to make sure that the first few months of Quanta, are solidifying our infrastructure with Kyle and his team and other people we're bringing on board to make sure that the company is built on a solid foundation. Our blueprint is to roll out our programs so that people can reinvest the monies they're already earning, as well as have monies to promote and market their venture and their business. So we have a timeline that is a floating timeline, but it's contingent on a few things. Number one is we want the products to be so valuable that it's a no-brainer. Number two, we have to work very closely with our software company because in our compensation plan, we have a date timestamp attached to each product as it is ordered on who ordered it first for the compensation to function. So we're working very closely with programming the software. We're going to test the software, but we're almost there, and we're about to launch the Achievers Club. Now let me tell you how cool this product is. We call it leveling up, moving up from where you're at. The personal performance platform conditions the behavior of a new entrepreneur and builds them, like Jim said. Fusion, you let go of what's holding you back, and you program your subconscious for laser-like focus in all areas. The Achievers Club will move you into an entirely new level of existence. And here's what's included. We're going to have something called the Quanta Leap Relationship Training. And now this is something I'm very excited about because we will begin to train you on how to have a meaningful relationship with yourself. Then we'll show you how to have a meaningful relationship with people that are in your life, whether they just be friends, acquaintances, or your significant other. We will have couples come on that have had decades and decades and decades of solid, loving, harmonious, meaningful relationships. They've left a legacy of love, if you will. We're going to have people come on that have dealt with challenges in relationships, and they're all going to be sharing exactly. Remember, knowledge is not only power, knowledge is also peace. And if you can learn how this is done by people that have done it, I'm so big on mentorship, then that's what the Quanta Leap Relationship Training will do. We'll take it another level, and we'll teach you how to have a relationship with an audience, with a group. There's group dynamics, there's group psychology, there's communication strategies. So it will all be embodied under the umbrella of the Quanta Leap Relationship Training. Now let's move to the next component, which is Black Belt Mind Training, one of my favorite components. You know, Jim's background in the power of letting go and its various components that make it up can be used in concert with each other or independently. He'll be bringing those independent components to you to really show you how to dial up the mental processes. I'll be bringing neuro-linguistic programming to you, the same program training that people pay tens of thousands for. I'll be bringing hypnosis to you, self-hypnosis, conversational hypnosis, Ericksonian hypnosis, top-level hypnosis strategies that I'll teach you how to use in everything from your copy to yourself to your interactions with other people. We'll be bringing something called psychosomatic parenthetics and other mind modalities that will teach you how to create everything from rapport to charisma to programming. Think of what we taught in Fusion and put it on steroids. That's what black belt mind training is. The same content people pay tens of thousands of dollars for is going to be offered in the Achievers Club platform. That's not it. We also have Quanta Applied, another module in there, which we will actually take people that have experienced our trainings, our programs, and watch that experience as it transcends the barriers. Watch that experience as they level up. Watch that experience to where they'll break down and cry sometimes because of the release of emotion that they're free emotionally for the first time. We want the impact of these methods and these tactics and these strategies to really hit home with people and understand just how possible everything is. And then the next component with the Achievers Club is something called Inside the Minds of Mega Achievers. Now this is way cool. You guys are going to love this. Jim and I have been around for a while, and we have some pretty solid relationships in the celebrity arena, the athletic arena, the accomplishment arena, and we dialed up some of our closest friends, and we asked them if they would come on. They're not selling anything. They're not conveying anything that's on a recording anywhere else. This is exclusive content that they're going to be providing to Quanta's Achiever Club members. Now, think about this. We talked to them before they did their contribution, so to speak, to Achievers Club. And we said, here's what we want. We want a little history on you, but we want you to cover with everybody in Quanta what happens up here. And we have world champion, as in #1 fighters, world champion UFC fighters, world champion kickboxing fighters. We have people that are the first woman Black Hawk helicopter pilot. We have people that have done tremendous things and taken on huge challenges. We have celebrities that will be coming on. Everybody, and what's the purpose of this? So that you can understand they're no different than you. And can you imagine somebody that's the best of the best of the best, the accomplished, coming out on a platform called the Achievers Club by Quanta and telling you how they had a no retreat, no surrender attitude when they were scared. And then they went on to be the best in the world. They've gone on to conquer things that the average person would be amazed. They're bringing exclusive content to the Quanta Achievers Club for everybody out there. It's exciting. There's nothing like it out there. It would cost tens of thousands of dollars to duplicate it, to get inside, to even get a hold of these people, along with the Quanta Applied Black Belt Mind Training and the Quanta Leap Relationship Training. We're excited to have it, and it's coming very soon.
Yeah, it's amazing, and everybody, I can tell you're going to be blown away by this product. It is beyond everything I could have imagined. When they first talked about it to me, I didn't, I don't think I could comprehend exactly how great it was going to be. So I'm very excited for this to hit the market. So let's go back down the checklist one more time. We have founders, products, great marketplace training. Now you see a great compensation plan where you have the ability to earn a great income. We're now introducing the next level of product, and that next level of product is a higher income earning potential, which is going to blow the comp plan out. It's going to make it completely changes your business when you see that. So on top of that, there are also going to be some marketing tools that we are providing. So we have marketing funnels, training videos, presentations that have been created and new ones that are being created. We're actually also going to have a Hangout page like this, to where if you have somebody interested in Quanta and we have a Hangout coming up, you could send them directly to your Hangout page. where they could watch it, and then if they're interested, get more information from you right there. So we have a lot of these tools. They're all in development right now. We're really excited about them. They're going to really help you with building your business, along with a few other training videos. Watch in the back office. Look for training and stuff back there in the training section, because we're going to start dropping in videos and different types of social media and just different types of training that everybody. You may already know it. You might be brand new to it. So we want to have all levels of training in there. So that is pretty much it about for the hangout for the topic of Quanta. Jim, I'd like to give you guys one last quick little bit about maybe just some closing remarks. Anything that you want to let everyone know. I'll start with you, Jim, Britt.
All right. Well, great, Kyle. I was thinking about what it actually takes to succeed in this type of business, and I was reflecting back on my own life and the different people that I know that's done really well and that I've associated myself with over the years, and I also interviewed a lot of mega millionaires that started with nothing in the past year, and a couple billionaires even, and they seem to all have similar traits. And I want to just give you a couple of those because it's really, really important. If you're looking at Quanta, or you're looking at any other type of business, if you're brand new to the business, if you're brand new as an entrepreneur, all of these things are really, really important. And number one, if you want to change anything in your life, I don't care if it's money, if it's weight loss, if it's a better relationship, if it's building a business, whatever it is, the first step is you have to have a desire to change. Now that may seem pretty simple, but you can walk out on the street and probably contact 1,000 people walking down the street and ask them if they'd like to have more of something in their life, and most likely 1,000 people would say yes. But the question is, why don't they have it? And the reason is because they haven't taken that desire and turned it into a fire in the gut that says, I'm going to do this no matter what. It's just kind of a passing desire. It's like sitting on the sofa saying you want more, and what you get more of is more sofa time, more talk about what's going to happen someday. But when does someday really happen? So I want to encourage everybody that's looking today to take a look at your last 5 years and ask yourself, have I truly made progress? Am I where I thought I would be 5 years ago today? And if not, why not? And it really starts with having that burning desire that lights up that fire in your gut, that creates the passion that will move you forward. And the next step that it'll move you forward to is making a decision. Because a lot of people go out and they set goals, and they have pictures on the walls of things they want to accomplish. They write them down. They have the short-term, long-term, 10-year, 5-year, whatever. I used to have all of that. And then suddenly I realized that I quit writing down goals. I don't write them down anymore. And somebody said, well, why don't you write down your goals? I'm going, what, do you think I'm going to forget them? Because I think people forget them because they haven't made a decision to have them. So it's a second step, desire, decision, because a decision determines how you show up. Just think about it. Anything that you've ever accomplished in your life, your view of the world changes. You don't attract things to you. You create things based upon the view of the world that you have and the view that the world has of you. So once you make a decision, your whole life will change. If you hold to that decision, does that mean you won't fail or have failures? No. We've all had failures. We have it along the way, but we don't change the decision. So let's say you want to be wealthy, whatever that means to you. You want to be a millionaire. Then you have to make a decision first to be one. Not figure out how you're going to get there. Make the decision first. Then your view of the world changes, and the view that of the world has of you changes. Then you can figure out how to get there. You'll see it. It'll show up in your face. So desire, decision, and you have to you got to take action. You got to take action based upon that decision, because nothing happens without action. Action is the only thing that creates results. Nothing else does. Just take a look at it. Any result that you've created, you took an action step to get there. Even inaction is an action. If you're sitting on the sofa and you don't act, you'll create a result. That's inaction, but it's an action. So everything creates a result. The robber that armed robber that robs a convenience store creates a result. The policeman that chases him down and catches him creates a result. Heck, the street sign on the corner creates a result, a stop sign, hopefully. So everything creates a result. Every action creates one. The question is, are the actions you're taking moving you toward the result that you're looking for? That's the question, whether it's with Quanta or any place else. You've got to do that. Desire, decision, take action, and then hold your focus. Because in my opinion, most people quit because they have a broken focus. They don't accomplish what they want in life because they have a broken focus. They don't stay focused on what it is they want to accomplish, you know? And if I can leave you with maybe the best success tip that you could have, for me it has been anyway, once you've decided what it is you want in your life, what you want to accomplish, once you've firmly decided where it's unshakable that nothing less than that will do, now, from that point forward, every action you take, whether that action be a thought, a feeling, an emotion, a behavior, whatever, every action you take from that point forward is going to move you either toward what you want or away from it. Success is really that simple. Anything you do is going to move you toward what you want or away from it. So if you just become observant and watch your actions every day, once you've decided, watch your actions and keep asking yourself, is this moving me toward what I want or further away? And if it's further away, stop and take a different action. That's how you change. That's how you make sudden and significant change. So back to you, Kyle.
Thanks, Jim. So Jim Lutes, how about you? Have any closing thoughts from you?
Yes, you know, listening to you and thank you, Kyle, and listening to Jim, you know, just makes me more and more excited that I'm here with Quanta, that, you know, I made the financial investment along with Jim, and that the emotional and you know, work ethic to put this together. This is a legacy for us, and you know, when I look around entrepreneurs, and I love meeting people in person myself, I look in their eyes and I do see that desire that Jim talked about, but I also see them addicted to external enthusiasm versus internal fortitude. And what I mean by that is that the news is going to wear off a relationship, guys. The news is going to wear off a house, a new jacket, a car. It's going to wear off. And we have to be very careful that we're not addicted to that finite, that momentary injection of enthusiasm, because you'll see people in 8 different opportunities in 4 months. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. Because for me, I can't even build a coffee stand in 90 days. But I see that, and it saddens me in a way, because people are looking to pull that slot lever at this casino, then over at this one, then over at this one, and they're working, and they burn out, and they keep rebuilding, and they burn out, and they burn out. If they would just take that desire and passion, like Jim said, and find a home, help build a culture, build a village, build a legacy, build it worldwide. You know, when I look back on my network marketing career, if I were to go upstairs right now, you think I'm going to go pull out a photo album of check stubs? No. Is money cool? Money's great. But I'm going to pull out my photo albums of Costa Rica, Jamaica, Alaska, Puerto Vallarta, Brazil. I'm going to pull out my photo albums where like-minded entrepreneurs assembled for a culture, a cause, and to move a quality product to an end consumer and lived an incredible life. Those are the things you remember at the end of your life. Those are the memories, not the dollars. Now, the dollars make the memories possible in many cases. But when we crafted Quanta, we knew we'd be going up against all kinds of people. See, Jim and I know people really, really well. That's our area of expertise. And isn't it true that people these days look for what's wrong with everything? You know, I can go outside, look at my car, and find something wrong with it. I can look in the mirror, find something wrong with me. I can look at my house, find something wrong with it. I can go to a concert, pick out what's negative. I can look at opportunity. I can look at everything and swim in that sea of negativity and give myself that injection of, gee, let me look and see what's wrong with everything. And when you adopt that mindset, you lower your internal inertia to accomplish things. You know, Quanta's different. It's truly, truly different. Will everybody agree? Probably not the competition. But I'm going to tell you what is we're going to create a real, long-lasting, solid company, that your legacy won't only be what you're able to create for yourself and your family, but I'm going to tell you what, you can't put a price on the people that you assisted in overcoming their barriers and fears, and they went on to live lives they would not have lived unless you would have shared this opportunity and these programs with them. How rewarding is that? It's cool. It's a journey. We are going to have a lot of fun. I hope you'd like to have fun, because I know Jim and Kyle and I and the rest of the team do. So we're going to be heading out for some Quanta events very shortly around the country and around the world. We look forward to getting out and meeting everybody. We love the stage. We love the people part of the business. Get out and have some fun. So we're only beginning. So lock arms, get busy, tell the world, and we'll see you all over the world. Thanks for joining us. Back to you, Kyle.
Thanks again, Jim, and guys, thanks for taking time tonight to meet with, to actually do this hangout and give everybody a great view into Quanta. And thank you, everyone who is watching right now. Some of you are members, and some of you are brand new, have never heard of Quanta before. And here's what I'll tell you is that I have now been able to watch many people, thousands of people join Quanta, build their business, earn. Create an income out of this business. I'm watching it happen every single day. And they, like Jim said, took that first step. They went and figured out what it was that they wanted, and then they went after it. And so I encourage you to get with whoever had you watch this tonight, or gave you the introduction into Quanta. Get with them, find out more information. If you have questions, ask. But I urge you to take that first step. Look at what it is that you want out of life. Quanta is a great opportunity for anybody out there. So for Jim, Britt, and Jim Lutes and all of the Quanta team, I'd like to say thank you very much and good night.